So, we are witnessing the last decree. It is, of course, the final decree. It is no longer just a decree to build a city because the city was already being built. A seal is printed in this decree, a final seal, which is that it all has to be done according to God's law, according to your God's law. Therefore, if Jerusalem was finally going to be established as a holy city, God's city, it all had to be rebuilt according to God's law, something the Christian religions don't want to understand. They say that they are under grace and that there's no reason to obey God's law. That's just great. Then, let us remember that this last decree, specifically, was passed in the year 457 before Christ, and it is from that point that we begin to count in order to understand the prophecy from Daniel chapter 9, verse 25, which says, "Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the word to cause the people to return and to build Jerusalem unto the anointed prince, there shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks, while the street shall be built again, and the wall, even in troublous times." So, my friends, as we are not going to have specific dates in the end times, we will now have specific events, and the order in those events shows us how close we are to the end. In this case, this last decree is a final decree. Those that don't go to build the holy city with Ezra the priest, it is because they are literally not part of God's people, or because they don't want to keep God's law, because they are literally not part of God's people.